Welcome to another Red Gaming Tech video. This time we're going to be taking a look at Aztec, which has been recently added to Counter-Strike Go. I'm a little bit behind doing this video, so I apologise if you've been really anticipating it. I've been sick and everything else under the sun has just happened, so I'm a bit behind. However, I am covering it now. I'll quickly go through the maps just as per normal. If you haven't seen, there is a couple of others, including Office, which I will go through at some point. I will quickly show you as well some other maps. That's Arms Race, which is of course a new mode. Some of you guys have probably seen this already, but I figure it's may as well go through it real quick. We're going to be going on casual. Well, it doesn't really matter since I'm going to be kicking the bots anyway, as I'm going to be giving you guys a tour. And we of course will be choosing, where is it? Where are you? Aztec. It looks very pretty. Okay. Press A key to lock input. That's new. That's because I have an Xbox 360 pad, so that's pretty cool. I'll leave all this in so you can get a overview of the map. It could load a bit slowly as my system's actually extracting a few bits and pieces in the background, so sorry. But anyway, so hopefully it's a good map. It's going to be my first time I'm actually loading it up. I'm really looking forward to this. It's never been the most balanced of maps in Counter-Strike, of course. But it's definitely one of my most favourite maps. I've always loved the visual stylings of it. And I also probably had some of my best matches on it. I'll be very typical. I'll just go with... I think I'll go with CT. I'll tour the whole map anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right, quickly kick the bots. Bot underscore kick. There we have. Right. First impressions are we have a helicopter apparently. We cannot shoot it down, I'm guessing. But it looks very, very, very pretty. First thing you'll notice, don't worry about the timer, I have kicked the bots, just in case you're not aware, the round will not end, so don't concern yourselves. Not you probably are, but still. Alright, so first thing you'll notice is the textures on the area, as well as the details. So for example, on these various statues and buttresses and so forth, look very nice. They are, of course, solid, and so you cannot shoot them. Oh, sorry, no, shoot through them, should I say. Let's see, you can, of course, jump up here and do the normal stuff. A lot of this has changed somewhat. It doesn't look like you can do this single player, although I'm not going to spend too much time doing that in this particular video. I probably will do another one trying to really explore, but I have so many videos to do, unfortunately. I've been a bit pressed for time. A lot of this, I imagine, would be infinitely more possible. I don't suppose you can climb that ladder. Yeah. It would just bug me if I didn't try it, so I apologise. I have so pressed for time. I have so many games to cover. It's quite ridiculous. We'll have a quick look through here, and then, ooh, I'm not going to tempt myself by looking through that at the moment. I'm very happy so far with the design of this level. These are still here. I imagine. Let's see. Okay, that's no longer a curved surface, which is kind of throwing me for a loop. So, we'll have to see what happens there. Anyway, we're going to continue through the level. Another bridge there. I don't think that's going to do anything for us. I don't suppose there's any way to get to that. Anyway, so we're going to continue through. Tea room looks kind of similar, although there's no barrels anymore. There used to be a couple of barrels, of course, here. Yes, I know the music dramatically increases. Ooh, very nice double doors. A lot more detail. We're going to have a quick look at the terrorist side before we do any of that. I'm not going to do a Tarzan leap from any of the buildings, but we're just going to quickly check the terrorist spawns, since of course we started CT. So, anyway. Ooh, I very much like the textures of the vines and so on. I mean, they're not super high resolution, you can tell they are 2D, but, you know, what the heck. Certainly not bad at all. So anyway, terrorist area, of course you can do all the normal stuff. It does look somewhat different. Huh. It looks quite a bit different. I'm curious as to something. This is just going to bug me, I'm sorry. That's odd. Huh. Interesting. So they've basically blocked that whole thing off. That is very, very interesting to me. Now if someone could comment on this on the video, I obviously don't have a way to test this. I don't think I could ninja that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to fall. I don't think that's far enough. I think that's too far, shall I say. But I would be interested to know if there's any way you can get over there. So if anyone knows, let me know. And post a comment on the video. I'd be very curious. I imagine that would be very, very, very cool to do. Anyway, I think you guys have seen that. Interesting. For some reason there's a trash can. Looks like a trash can. I'm assuming it's a trash can. So anyway, I wonder if there's still a way to get up that. You used to be able to do it. You might be able to. I'm not going to spend too long trying to do it. My jumping skills on this are a little bit off, to be honest, since I've not really played it much. I'll go down here just so we can see it. Obviously this is finishing off the tour. We have apparently a large cable, electrical cable it looks like. I don't exactly know what that's doing. I imagine that's not part of its original construction. We're going to go down into the water. Apparently they're adding renovations and lights. I wonder if we can shoot the lights. No, they're bulletproof. Fair enough. We'll have a just quick blast through here. As you can see, most of the cover is still intact. Since I have a pop gun, I'm not quite sure if the boards will be shootable, you know, destructible. I imagine not, because otherwise you could, well, feasibly destroy the entire bridge, although some surfaces in this game are actually destructible. Probably test that out at some point, maybe someone could let me know. For all the good it does you can get up on here. I don't know if you can jump through here. Probably, but anyway, I don't actually think that would really service you at all. And obviously these little stairs are still here. Well, now it's more of a... The stairs look a lot different, obviously. So it still looks very nice. My initial thoughts on the level actually looks very similar to how it always did. So you've still got this part where I used to love sniping from about here. People really did not used to like me when I did that, but it's very fun. Anyway, let's quick go through here. The temple looks very similar. You cannot climb it, as you would expect. Of course, you can still do all the normal stuff around here, though. That's great. Let's see. We have an electrical Jenny, as I will now refer to it as. You can actually hear it hum. That's pretty cool. So we have most of the cover intact. So the level plays out very similar to how it used to. I imagine it's still somewhat biased towards the CTs, since obviously the terrorists have to blind rush. Although obviously, if you have a bad team on the terrorist side, you're going to be just as sorry, a bad team on the CT side, you're just as screwed. There is a lot more of this construction to show that there is renovations going on. I don't quite know why the terrorists want to blow it up. Maybe I don't know, it's offended them in some way, but I don't particularly know. But it looks very cool nevertheless. So that's my whirlwind tour of De-Aztec on, of course, CSGO. I'll be doing other videos at some point very soon, so hopefully you guys have found this somewhat interesting. I imagine most of you who are watching this video will somewhat understand, you know, the basic premises of the game anyway. I mean, there might be one or two of you, especially as the game's being released on consoles, who have never touched CS before, and if so, more power to you. Great on you for doing a bit of research. My overall impressions of the level are very positive. I love the textures. I love the extra detail they've put in. I'm actually surprised of how much they've actually done, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting quite this amount of detail, so really nice on Valve. So, anyway, with all of that said, I'll cut this now, and I'll get my ass working on some other stuff. So, take care, and toodles, bye.